Amen. All right, so that we are still continuing the continuation of the topic we left is like almost a month now. Our youth, our modern day, losing our family values, belief and culture. For the other time, we discussed a lot. I want to still continue the journey because still the topic has not been exhausted. I want to so our youth drifting away from spiritual and belief. Are they drifting away from it? So let's start with yourself, Solo.
Okay, thank you very much. So, like our host said, it's been a while. So, we are grateful that we are back and back strong and hearty. Yeah, so it's a continuation. So, like we've already said most of the times in our discussion that it's a Christian channel, and therefore we are mostly glad to make our references to the scriptures so that our foundations and our discourses will be very solid. Yeah, the question is, are they drifting? The answer definitely is yes, because of what we are seeing and what is on the rise. But I quickly want to make a reference to the scriptures so that it will help me lay down my foundation very well. It says that in 2 Timothy chapter 3, and read verse 1 and 2, verse 1 said, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For many shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy." Verse 3, "Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those things that are." So from the Bible perspective, it is obvious that there's a time frame that is ever awaiting a generation that men will not accept the normal.
Okay.
Men will begin to call the evil good, and we call vice versa. While they are calling evil good, they are calling good what? Evil. So if you're asking the question whether a generation is drifting, it's unfortunate. The answer is yes. It's unfortunate to also add that the drifting is not even at a
low pace.
At a low pace. Thank you very much for that word. It's at a faster rate, and that is what is making this discussion very important, so that we can, through the Spirit of God, by the grace of God, tell a generation that let's look back. Let's look back, so that at the end of the day, we will not be lost and lost in the dark, because posterity continues. If in our time we lose it, then the generation behind that will not even find a pathway of life or family systems and other things. And these things we are asking, the religious beliefs, the family systems, they are what makes us. So the very time a group of people throw them away, then they are like, where are they going? They're not going anywhere. And that becomes very, very dangerous. And I think that as we add more to help discuss the story very well, and then also help the people that are listening to us.
I love Nathan. The same question. Are we drifting from the spiritual and the religious belief as youth, modern day youth? Are we drifting now?
Yeah. If pastor came from, what do you call it?
Second Timothy.
Yes.
2 Timothy 3:1.
He came from the religious aspect. Let me come from, let me say, secular aspect.
Okay.
So if you look at statistics, it's about 30%. Every year, 30% of Christians are drifting away.
Hey.
And so it's not easy.
This is alarming.
Yeah. Every year.
So
we need to even divide the 30% into months and into days and
see how
the rate of it we are just drifting away from.
So that is statistics. So with the reference that you quoted, I also want to look at it from that angle. So if that is the case, then we look at what is happening, why all these things. So that is why I think it's very important for us to discuss this topic, and then we take it very serious. Because if 30% yearly, annual,
by the time
within a decade,
yeah,
the generation is gone.
will be just fizzle out.
Yes. So we should also understand that this is a prophecy.
Okay.
You know, our Christianity, our Christian journey is not something that is just like you just say it and then you go. And remember, the word of God says the many are called, but few are chosen. So the many that are called, surely when the storm comes and other stuffs come in, you realize that this percentage, one way or the other, it will go. But glory be to God that it is not all the percentage that is going.
Okay.
If we have 130 is going, though it's alarming.
Yeah.
But I think
we also
have we have other people, we have other prophets in the cave that surely they are standing.
Wow.
Let me quickly, the statistic Branitan just gave.
Yeah.
It's this morning I drove somewhere and because it was Sunday morning, and the town was choked with people.
Yeah.
I was asking the driver that it looks like gradually Sunday is becoming like one of those days where you see shops are being opened, you see normal businesses going on. It is not after the normal 12 p.m. where people have gone back from church.
Churches.
This is real in the morning between the normal church time. So just to add up to the statistics our brother has found that the 30% rate, it is true. It is true. You could see, because like I said, this morning I saw a chunk of people. I said, this word, they didn't go to church. So the question is that religious beliefs. So how do we sustain it if people are saying that there's no more, church is no more important, they don't see the need for it? Then obviously we are the acceleration of the drifting is at the top speed. And you see, we'd have to be concerned. Apostle, we have to be concerned, because you see, those of us who are having young children or kids who are coming, this is the system they will fall in.
Pass through.
This is the system that they will train them. This is the system they will grow through. And therefore, I think that at this rate, all the legs of institution that helps train the human body, because the human body grows on 3 major institutions. Maybe as we go forward, I will bring them on board. All these 3 institutions must be up and doing again like never before. I have always said that our grandfather didn't go to school that much, but they were able to train a generation.
Yeah.
But here comes today by 26 people are doing PhD. But the drift, the shallowness, the moral decadence. Where was it? Was it this morning? I've forgotten exactly the place where I saw. I didn't even see the person. Somebody passed by, and then I heard another woman say that. So people are now wearing underwear and walking. Through town.
In fact, this time I was like, the other time I saw someone, I was like, I was just asking myself, is it not Andy?
Yes.
And now it has become a fashion show. That Andy, that something that should be kept under.
Yes.
It's now being as normal nigga or shorts. Let me use the word for shorts. And they are now
moving about with it. Yes. I stood somewhere this morning, and I saw a pretty young lady also passing by. And you could see the same thing, wearing a t-shirt that could go a little bit, it's not up to even the knee. And so in my mind, I was like, this one, didn't she come from the home?
Yeah.
So as we go, we touch on the home, because that is the foundation of these drifting problems. And I believe that our listeners will come on board. Let's discuss this together so that we'll hear from them. They are concerned. Are we the only people seeing it, or they are also seeing what we are seeing? So that at the end of the day, we can help do justice with this drifting matter.
But it's not because this generation are seeing that let me say the family tradition values as old fashioned.
It's also unfortunate too. Apostle, some of your questions as true as the eye is painful, because the Bible says that remove not the ancient landmark. So where is the ancient landmark? Where our fathers have said. So our fathers taught us how to. That's why I said they didn't go to school. How did they know that it is of polite way to greet the elderly? The Ghanaian society, you cannot wear a cap and greet. You don't greet with your left hand. There is a way we were taught and brought. So if we begin to see that one as the old fashioned, then what are we going to tell a generation? What are we going to tell the people? So this matter of old and modern. I think these two words, they are this modern and old thing is becoming a problem because the modern people are looking at the old system as the
old fashioned.
It is too old for us to practice them today. But if we want to go fast, and I think we have to learn from those who have already gone through the same pathway. So it's unfortunate they are seeing that way. It's unfortunate our generation sees it that way. But I believe that as we go forward, we want to send a message across that until we begin to look back and take back the basics of our family values, family love, family respect for one another, and then we take it to the cultural systems. It will be very difficult we can't tell the next 100 years what will happen. It will be very alarming and very dangerous. So it's unfortunate that we are seen as old, but Apostle, let's also leave a caveat. There are certain things today we can also hold on to them. There are certain things, because there are certain things per the trail of life, per the vehicle of our life. There are certain things we need to reconsider. But in reconsidering, we need to be very tactful so that we don't throw away everything. So that at the end of the day, we don't lose it all. But when we are going to stick, if you come to the basics, then I think the old one is still okay for us to learn from, and we shouldn't throw them away. Shouldn't throw them away.
Of later. So Pastor Zola have given the explanation of it. So what are the old fashions? If you can give us some of the old fashions.
Well, I think one of them is control. See, gone are the days that when you misbehave in town, somebody can just call you and say that you are a son to me. I'm beating you. I'll send you back to your parents. And then when you get to the house, I'll tell them this and that is what you are doing. But here comes the situation in our modern days where even in school, you are not even permitted to even cane a child. You are not even allowed to even, when you are talking, you should be polite. You should be loving. You should be caring. You should know how to correct. You should know how to control. So in a situation whereby we go through all these things, we look at all these things, then we look at it and we ask ourselves, is it like those days that when they were correcting us, that people can catch you? And we are not saying like what Pastor Solo rightly said. We are not saying that all the things that were done in the olden tradition or in our families were right. But I realized that there were some of them that were done to us. And at the end of the day, it's brought some people to a certain level. I watched the video of what do you call it? Is he an army officer who was training the recruits and was telling them that, here, I don't know your mother. I don't know your father. I don't care about the person who brought you.
Yes.
So you see, they are going through a certain kind of system, a certain kind of control. Here you don't do this. Here you sleep at this time. Here you do this. Here this is what you do. But in the era that we find ourselves, there's no control. They seem to be like the people that we have, or in our era. What we are seeing is that we want to look at negotiations instead of control. People want to negotiate. The youth want to negotiate
with their parents.
With their parents. So when they see that the parents are trying to say that no, you don't have to do it this way, they rather want to say that why don't I have to do it this way?
So you have to reason with your child.
You have to reason with them and tell them that this and that and that and that and that. But gone are the days that we were swallowing everything.
Who born dog?
Who born dog, as I say? That your dad is telling you that when you are greeting somebody, and now people like, let's talk about what Pastor Solo is saying. Greetings. We are no more greeting. We are no more greeting. We are no more, even if we are greeting, you realize that actually the kind of greetings that you see, gone are the days that you greet, how's your mother, how's your father, when you go this and that. But this one, hello, the person is gone. All in the name that there's no time and that kind of thing. So I'll talk about control. Control. Now there's no more control. And even if there's control, it is limited.
I think you said about control. There is this story of one, I don't know whether it's an English player, Dele Alli.
Yeah.
He was born outside West Africa.
Okay.
In the UK, right?
Yes.
and because of he wanted at tender age, he wanted to do drugs. Then the parents sent him back to Africa, Nigeria,
Yes.
and he was being trained. And a time ago, he said he coming to Africa was a help to him. Else, there wouldn't be any person like Deli Ali.
I think if I could step in, Apostle, you see, it is time we stop swallowing everything hook, line, and sinker. You see, the way the African terrain is, the way we are made, our makeup, our training is different.
Yeah.
Our physique. I've always taken in remembrance what you used to tell me about how your father trained you and your senior brother. You know, my dad, for instance, saying, I remember since I was born till he passed, he has caned me only once, and I've never forgotten that cane. Because I remember the caning began around 4:30 a.m. It ended around 6. It's not a joke. And you see, brother, and that thing you will never do it again. But today, you see, and Apostle, one unfortunate thing is that the three of us in this studio, we are telling our children, I'm just using ourselves as an example. We are telling, so using us as an example is representing this generation. We are telling ourselves that a Brenna FM, a Bromo Bro, if we walk 7 miles to school, and today by God's will we have car, nothing stops us from driving our children to school.
Sure.
But hey, there are certain things allow the children to go through them. It is part of our makeup. But what are we telling them? We're telling them they want to life to be more easier, more so. Today, I mean, from air-conditioned car to air-conditioned sitting room to air-conditioned bedroom to air-conditioned kitchen.
Also, for that is why you realize that the life expectancy situations in our country is going down.
Yes.
You see, we are learning, but we are not learning right. If we say we want to learn from the whites or the Europeans, there are certain situations and there are certain things that we are supposed to learn. I watched the video of a Chinese man sweeping the streets of China, and what was happening was that this Chinese man, you know something, this man was sweeping with a broom. So it means that in China they have a particular broom that they use. Look at the technology that we have in China. Look at the effect of technology that we have in China. But up to now, they are using what they call a broom that is made of wood. That it's a special thing. I'll get the picture.
For eating, yeah.
No, for sweeping.
Oh, okay.
In their streets.
Yo.
So it means that they have a certain tradition that up to now they hold on to. They started with sticks, and up to now they are still using sticks. Look at the food they eat. If you look at the life expectancy of people in Japan, in China,
the Asia
Asian continent, they grow. Why? Because they are holding on to their traditions.
The traditional foods.
Yes. Sure. The way they eat. So I come to us
today. I don't cut you, but today I bought porridge at the roadside. And look at the hotness of the porridge in rubber.
Then you drink everything like the rubber.
Yes.
And you want to live long.
When you finish, you drain it.
You have the experience.
But you see, before the other time I was listening to one professor, and he was saying that I think now we have over pampered our children.
Apostle.
Because let's say, let me use myself. When I was in school at the university level, I think because we were two then reading similar course, 181 computer science, things were tough at the house. So they could send you 500 cities. Now the man said now a student can spend 2,000 Ghana cedis a week.
SHS student?
No.
University student.
A week. So multiply by that's 4, that's a month. You are hitting almost 10,000. Then when he comes out of school, he find a job that job cannot afford him that amount of money. Then you see that the world has ended for him or her. He wants a luxurious job that comes with huge
amount of money.
Is it because of the home?
Yeah, Apostle. You see, like I said, that I always, whenever we come here, I say, God bless you for the topics you bring. You see, something just emerged. We don't know where it came from. All of a sudden,
the SHS
people are driving to school to present cars to their children. This is a time bomb we are all sitting on. You see, you give money bouquet to your child. and we can count the money, and it's a certain amount of money, whatever. You see, wealth is something that it must be controlled very well. Now look at the example you gave. So you present a car to this guy who has never worked. He doesn't know how to manage money to buy fuel and all those things. So now, how will this guy use the car? And now this guy who has not worked before and will be driving around, when life reality hits him, what do you think he will do? He will kill human being for money.
Yeah.
He will go to any extent to continue that kind of luxury life. So the African terrain has put us on a certain training. We are not saying poverty is something to clap for, but allow the children to go through the meal of life. I once upon a time listened to Councillor Lutherot, that controversial councillor.
Yeah.
He said that any stage a child jumps or skips, today there's a system. But me and you are in the class, so we know that one.
Yeah.
Where children are in JHS1, their parents register them for BEC, and then they are in SHS2, they register them for WASI, and then they are just... The man said that anything you skip, God is wise. And that is why he gives us... Why don't we then begin to operate pregnant women by 6 months?
Mm-hmm.
Why? We'll abort the pregnancy. So we shall allow children to go through the meal of life. Apostle, anybody who has gone through the meal of life, it's very difficult to drift. But any process you skipped, all of a sudden you complete JHS, and then you have to use one of the latest phones. You are driving a car. When you say things like this, no, all your day, any scared way you've been trying. We have money, that doesn't mean the money should control us.
Yeah.
So as for this one, we are adding our voice to what the Ghana Education Services and other people are saying.
It's too late for them.
It's even too late. It's even too late. So please, we don't want to sink this whole generation into what we cannot one day pay the price for.
Exactly.
Yes, we have to. We have to. I completed secondary school before I had the phone. And it was even a keypad.
Yeah.
And that night I didn't sleep. The joy alone. But today somebody complete SHS. Times have changed though. But why don't you start from something that let the child know that Android, something manageable.
Oh, I was having an interaction with one of our young our SHS graduates. I was like, "Oh, congratulations, you have come." I said, "Me, I need iPhone." I was like, "You just completed school. You are going to give pressure to your dad that you need an iPhone."
Yes, the pressure is coming from school.
That is why you saw at school.
Yes.
That's why you saw at the dormitory. That's why you saw on campus. Everybody is having iPhone. So that canker of having a phone and not even knowing the purpose of having that phone, that is what is eating us up. From phone, you realize that they will start going for graduation and because on campus you saw that somebody's dad came and said that, for graduating
from
SHS, this is your iPhone 17 was iPhone 16. And the guy was sit back and like, even in class, I'm far better than this guy. So if he is having 16, then it means that when I get home, I think my dad should even buy me more than that. So that is what is happening. What we are seeing in the classroom, what we are seeing on our campuses, that is what is happening. You realize that, look at this issue, UCC student, the girl that died in it was found at the shore.
At the shore of the sea.
What at all were you going to look for?
At that time.
At that time. Because probably on campus, everybody is talking about this, everybody is talking about that. So if that is the case, let me also go and do some. Let me do it.
Apostle, it's a headache. And when we do the submission and you listen and then you just take it, because some of us are also in the classroom.
Yeah.
We are very much familiar with the things you bring up for our discourse here. You see, look at this very unfortunate incident that recently surfaced from the other. I don't want to even mention the name of the secondary school since it's a public this thing now. Now, when we talk about drift, it starts somewhere. You see, because we are now beginning to leave children to do things on their own.
Yeah.
Apostle, those days, what will come into your mind to even think of having a relation with your teacher? Those things, it was one of the scariest things to think of.
Yeah.
Today, it has become one of the commonest things what to do. You don't see teaching, you don't see the teaching professional dignity again. You don't see the purity around the girl child again. There is one, I don't know how true that one is.
14-year-old
girl
with
been able to sleep with 5 boys. You see, this is not just a topical.
No.
It's a message on its own that if parents don't go back on their knees if we don't begin to cry, if we don't begin to bring the Cain, that topic we have to bring it for us. So the effect of the Cain on the girl child, or no, not the girl child, I'm being biased. The effect of the Cain on parenting. Apostle, listen, nobody can fight the systems of God. He says that foolishness is attached to the heart of what? A child. It is with the help of the what? The Cain.
Yes.
The
correction of the Cain. And is it in the book of Proverbs? It said, Obaya adia bonono.
Yeah, the same Proverbs.
Yes. So that's where we also lay what? Cautions that you don't overdo it.
Yeah.
But the serious matters on our hands is that our generation is not sitting well, and we need to do something about it. All parents should wake up, guardians, pastors, we should all wake up so that at the end of the day, we can begin to sound the same voice, and then by the grace of God, we can help save what? This generation.
All right, so let's go to Facebook and see the messages. Let us know where you are watching from, and just like Pastor Solo said, bring your contribution. In your area there, what have you seen? Regards to youth, bring them on board. Let's all have the discussion together. Okay, Israel Bruce are watching it live. Okay, our Pastor Sandy did a great job. All right, so Pastor, I want to know with this topic. So what is the role of the church, or let's say faith-based organization, in preserving, or what is the role are they playing in preserving of the values?
Okay. So, like I said from the beginning, this role matter is very, very crucial. Now, you said, what are the roles of the faith-based organization? So now let's spread the faith-based organizations. I'm going to talk about 3 organizations. I'll talk about the school, I'll talk about the church, and I'll talk about the family.
Okay.
Apostle, any of these agencies at a default, we are not safe.
Okay.
If the family fails,
So it's like a tripod.
yes, if the family fails, the school will fail. If the school fails, the church will fail. And now look at God. In his wisdom, God designed the system in such a way that where the family system fails, the school should be able to come in and hold the children. Apostle, there are children who didn't come from good homes. Morally, they didn't get anything. They went to school, came across a certain teacher, came across a certain madam, and that was the foundation. Now, God also said, okay, fine. Where the family has failed, where the school has failed, now let me just bring in the church. So this guy is just roaming. One day a friend or the campus or wherever introduced him to a church. And there, the teaching ministry of the church comes in, where we are supposed to lay solid foundation on some of these moral legs, so that at the end of the day, we can raise a generation. So these big faith-based organizations, they are all they are instruments in the hands of God. God is very much concerned. I remember one time we had a meeting somewhere, and I was telling some people that there are 2 institutions when they come around your area, you must help them to stay and survive. One of them is the school. The second one is the church. You don't fight them. You don't say that they must go, they must leave our vicinity. You watch, Apostle, let them send school to any area, sometimes a little bit outside the town
or
underdeveloped area. As long as a school moves in there, the place begin to change. So these 3 institutions I just mentioned are very crucial, and God is holding all of us responsible to make sure that we all play our universal role. That's why it's unfortunate that this Bolly case came. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate that you cannot place the blame. You don't even know where to put the blame now. You don't even know. But you see, to be on the sincere side, a father is a father, a teacher is a teacher. You must stand on your grounds and maintain your integrity of the profession. So I think that our role should be that the teaching aspect, the solid aspect of our transmission of knowledge, we shouldn't neglect it. We shouldn't neglect it. But I am of a much confidence that if the family gets it right, I think the other institution can easily follow. They can easily follow. But if the family misses it, then we have to trust God. The school and the church can therefore come in. Like Sunday this morning, I saw a very chunk of people in town. How will the church come in?
Yeah.
So it's a concern, and I pray that this 3 institution will not fail us by the grace of God.
I love that.
I would say that the family is the seedbed of every child.
Okay.
Yes. It's the family that generates everything. It is the family that begins everything. So if the family doesn't get it right, That is when the next agency, this thing, even in school, we are being taught that the first agent or agency of socialization of every child is the home.
Okay.
So when the child is being trained well, when he gets the values well at home, when he gets to school, you realize that whatsoever that the child will be able to go through wouldn't be any other thing difficult. But you see, sometimes we tend to blame the teachers because, when it comes to psychology will tell you that the child forms the behavior from age 0 up to 6.
Mm-hmm.
So from age 1 to 6, what are the things that, as Pastor said, what are the things that the family kept or put into this child, the girl child? The last time Pastor was saying something
to the child. Don't be specific to the girl child.
Oh, I said the girl child.
Yeah.
Okay, to the child. The last time Pastor said something, Pastor Patrick said something that he even taught the child how
daughter.
to even sit.
Yeah, in the car.
So it means that he started very early. One thing I studied about mommy is that, you see, sometimes when the child is doing something and there are people around, he just whisper. When she whispers, the child understands what the mother is trying to say. Mm-hmm. So when the family gets it right, as Pastor is saying, all the other preceding agents begins to, wouldn't suffer. Mm. It wouldn't escalate to that level where you realize that the teachers will be struggling in the classroom. I bet you, when I was in SHS, one of the classrooms that I don't want to be biased, that I told myself I wouldn't venture going to that classroom was the home economics class.
Yeah, I also have the experience when I was in my teaching, my internship, let's say teaching practice. So I told my friend that, in fact, even when you're on a sick bed, that you can't come for me in that class, I won't go there again.
Why? Because the thing I saw over there, I told myself that this class, I don't want to go there. I won't try it. I'm not being biased here. But you realize that it looks as if the thing, I don't know. I don't want to make a conclusion. But when the family gets it right, the church will get it right.
Yeah.
The community will get it right. The country will get it right. Every faith base will get it right. But look at it. I always say something that, the trainer is not being trained. Mm-hmm. So how can the trainer that is not being trained train another person? So realize that what I know is what I'll transmit to anybody who come closer to me. So if I don't know much, I can't produce much. So let the family get it right. Let the father get it right. Let the mother get it right. No matter what. I don't know whether there can be a policy that when you want to give birth, you should be examined or something like that. Because also, like you are saying, in school, sometimes the way some parents dress and come to school, you sit there and you're like,
is this a mother?
Is this a mother?
And what will this one be transmitting?
What would this one be transmitting? This one has given birth.
I think maybe in the future to come, it's going to be a government policy. I think now one of the things they are considering is mental health before you enter the military.
Yeah, you don't believe to that. Even all the services.
All the services. So maybe
they will check whether you have been taking drug before.
So maybe one day there will come a policy where we begin to reconsider it to see if you are not mentally stable. I don't know how it's going to be.
How it's going, but also when you see that thing when giving birth to a child.
but you see,
before you bring the policy, the person has already given.
What Benetton was saying. I think this student passed through and Gerard.
Yeah. Oh
so
boy.
One day I was having a conversation with the mother. I said, why is your guy so quiet like that? So one day he beat his younger sister and I slapped him. And I told him that never touch a woman. That's why the guy is so quiet. That's like, But the mother was training from the barracks.
That's not brought the boy under control.
Yes, the mother was trained from the barracks. So it's like
that barracks.
That barracks infusion is in here. So just like Nathan is saying, the control from the home. So look at how the mother controlled him. And it has been translated to school.
One of the disciplined boys who completed school. You can't take it from him. And the discipline alone has even affected his academic life. Very disciplined, very academically good. I never knew it was a slap that brought him there.
Like what Pastor Solo said. You remember Pastor Solo said there was a beating that, it was a slap. Like, It was a slap that drew me closer to church. My dad gave me one at dawn. And I remember it till now.
You see, everybody who is somebody
one
today,
way or the other has
yes, we'll have a story to say that a bruby a boom.
Yeah.
Sa brono na ene.
Oh, I think one day on West Coast morning show, the Coastal morning show, this the Bolly issue that
Okay.
So it was on board, and I saw one person's comment that it was it's not like everything there is a SS.
Yes.
Some of them do it in an SS way, and the guy said, "Oh, it's because of the SS caning of the teacher. That's why I stopped school." But some of us, one way or the other, it also really helped us. It groomed us. It nurtured us and also formed us one way or the other to become.
If you say the SS king of the year made you stop school, you're already on your way out.
Yeah.
There's nobody today even from our president, the first gentleman of the land, and our vice president, and all the big people who can talk, because they had their schools in the
80s,
90s.
and
Those days they were proper beatings.
Even your seniors at school were more than the teachers.
I mean, when I entered St. Mary's in 2005, when I saw the seniors, I told my mother, was my brother, that I want to go back home. There were people who looked like fathers. But as tiny as we went through. So that one day, it is maybe he just came to write something as a comment. Yeah, so that one we will not take it serious. Discipline is something that we cannot overlook at it.
Also, discipline is not something that it's a sweet pill to swallow.
Yeah.
It's very, very bitter. But you see, when you are able to swallow that bitter pill, at the end of the day, it is going to produce something that is sweet.
Just like our paracetamol that we normally take.
Yes.
It's better to take, but when you take it, you see that you are.
Do you know that one of the healthiest leaves to consume as an African is bitter leaf?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very healthy to the body. But look at it, at a taste or at a bite, you want to throw it away. Why? Because it is not. But let it enter the system. It has a lot to do, a lot of healing virtues, a lot of minerals in there that will help you. So if you say that because of this discipline, listen, anybody who is in discipline cannot even be wealthy.
Exactly.
I saw your junior brother Ezekiel. He posted something from Honorable Kennedy Japan. When I was coming, I watched his status. He was talking about is it gospel or something like that. He gave an acronym. And you realize that all those who have made it in life, they make their references to what? To discipline.
Yeah.
So why do you want to push as a generation and say that? No wonder we are seeing what we are seeing. Yes, no wonder we are seeing what we are seeing. And unfortunately, the same people who are saying that give us our right in the school system, they are the same people who are going out from the same school system and coming back to teach. Those who had the proper training in the early 2000s, in the late 90s, you see them as teachers. You see them, you meet a teacher in a way. I entered a store one time to buy something. I met two elderly women, greeted them, bought something, and whilst we were trying to wrap up with the exchange, I think they were not having, so mommy, I can go. Then one woman said, "You look like a teacher." Then the other one said, "What did you see?" I said, "Can't you see?" Two elder, and amazing, not knowing both of them were retirees. In the Ghana Education Service. He said, "Can't you see the aura, the ambience around the person?" And so somebody just passed by and said, "Pastor," then I turned and said, "I'm Panso." So they added that, okay, teacher me, so when they put the two together, you look like one. Discipline. Even the way you appear, somebody can just look at you and say, "Hey, software."
Yeah.
And the three of us, people have asked us this question several. What did they see? Do you carry a placard on your face called a pastor? No. It is what is around you. That discipline that has made you who you are. So let this generation understand and accept it that we are in a rush to get money. We are not getting it. We are creating a lot of bruises for ourselves. So let's calm down. Let's tone down. And I trust God that He's going to do us good as we go forward.
All right. So it's going to help us so much more. Then let's look at, because of time factor, let's look at our last questions. Let me busy parenting. I think this one has been our hallmark.
I've also, so this one you know the answer. I don't know whether this is the last question, then let's go.
Busy parenting. Is it also a factor contributing to the high speed of moral decadence today? Now let me start with off later. The way he said, yes, please, he has so much to say.
You know, I'm just coming from our school, PTA meeting, and you realize that I said something there. You know, even now, it's affecting the way our children eat. One of the parents was complaining that we want to put in a certain measure. One of the parents was saying that, you see, sometimes because we are busy and you are going to pick something, and because of that, your child says he's angry and you are not able to give the child. I was like, wow. So that thing you are going to pick is far more important than the child that was in your belly for 9 months. You cannot excuse your whatever thing you are going to pick.
Maybe it's the father who said that, not the mother.
It was a woman. So that thing, from the way we eat, the way we dress, the way we go to church, everything, because you know that the dad is busy, the mom is busy. This cannot wo. We're doing a fridge. That is what is affecting us. But gone are the days that our parents had time, food. Everybody, the mother is seated. Bring your food. Let me pour this one on it. Let me give you fish. So you realize that everyone were all together. Now you see, the family is one way or the other. We are disintegrated.
I don't know. We don't even eat together again like we used to do.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that thing was also good though.
I see. Sunday I was eating with my wife. I was just eating. How did you trouble? Yeah. When two people say you from where you came, you have been eating alone. But for us, we are about 5 people.
When you're in Tamil,
now we have said, "Who is there?" So,
the boy has to say, "Oh no, who will be me for more as a pan on me?" And they will be out in the canteen boo. Me who apostle, them chasso. Apo, will be out in the boo. They be on the plate.
Be on the plate.
And so you hardly see even young siblings.
Yeah.
And the 4 of us in this studio, including our producer, that's the experience we all got to.
Yeah.
Especially those of us who had a little bit of a village upbringing. One bobby, and we said down soon. The one year fast, the crowd will send come.
Yeah.
And now we, and now pay or good network on Tom and it gives us that belonging.
Yeah.
That integration. We could be there for each other. But today, a system just rose up one day, boom. We all have to get money. We have to do something. Also, for that's what the business, we have to pray for wisdom to handle it. There's an unfortunate incident that until you also live like that, you can't survive. So that's the other leg of the whole matter. So you cannot say that tenefie. There are some parents by 4 a.m., especially the fathers. They are going. Recently, my wife asked me a very solemn question. Do you know I've not been able to give her the answer for more than 6 months? Even though I know the answer. She said that. She called me and I said, yes, Jay. He said, why do men die before their wives? Mostly why? She put the question, why do men mostly die and leave their wives? She said,
the pressure.
She has thought about it. She has observed. And I looked at her and I smiled. You know, we went to visit my senior brother. He said, he called my senior brother daddy. Then he responded. He said, I have a question. Please, can you? I asked your brother. He's not answering me. Then he asked my brother the same question. And my brother brought a full scarf shift and listed a lot of things. And I was just there looking at it. And when we came home, she still wanted me to add my voice. But I refused to add my voice. Because in the silence of my heart, I know the answer that it is the demand on us that makes us weak, even in our 30s.
Yeah.
Can we preach a message a bit to wives? That is the time to hold the hand of your husband, so that a little here, a little there, like the Bible said, a little here, a little there, precept upon precept, line upon line, so that we can help raise our children and take care of our family. At the end of the day, we'll leave. Because, Apostle, it's sad that today young men in their early 40s are getting stroke. Yeah. And so as for this busy parenting there, it's problematic. Problematic. You know, I was talking with a brother. You were with me this morning. We were discussing with a brother, wanted him to do something for us. He was saying, oh, Pastor, after church, more appointment too. So the weekend that we used to have,
Yeah.
one time I saw yourself and your wife, you stepped out a bit.
Yeah.
My wife has been disturbing that.
We are even planning of going on.
I was saying, I'm Saturday.
Yesterday, we went to even to the mall. I just took her to Takrady because ever since she came from Accra, she doesn't know any place in Takrady.
Can you just imagine? From tomorrow Monday, we all hit on the road.
Busy.
Then the Saturday, Sunday a bit.
The Saturday, Sunday is even more than even the
weekdays. We are
weekdays.
even more busier than the weekdays.
Because for the weekdays, you know your schedule.
Yes.
I'll be going to work.
I'll close at this time.
I'll
go home at this time.
Or I'll be with the families. Then the night.
Do you know the worst of it? Those of us who are even living the triangle life. From work to church to school. No, it's to home.
Yeah.
And there are some of us, and because we're on screen, we'll not mention where we find ourselves from Monday to Monday. Nobody should laugh because I'm not the one saying it. I'm just being programmed. From Monday to Monday, we are on the run. But I think it is time we begin to have a review of a lot, Apostle, a lot. Because see, sometimes when we sit here, we do some discussions. We go back and take a reflection. Said, what is the root cause of all this lack of parenting? Papa be no what if you and a bear off or
Yeah.
But you are not there. And sometimes even the two are so busy that they have to get a third party to be doing the training for them.
Yeah.
I remember once upon a time some years ago, a child that was 3 months was brought to school. Because the mother has to be at work.
The same
scenario. Grandmothers are even busy today. So Apostle, we can only ask for grace and a balanced life so that we can survive through this busy work. Parenting and the stuff.
Okay, like I used to say, this thing, we are not done with it, but just that it's time that we are running out of it. So I'll go to my pastors for them to say their last words. Then we'll draw the curtains to a close. As of Nathan.
Okay. My last words will be like, no matter how busy we are, we should understand that we've been called to do a certain job, and if it must be done,
it must be done well.
It must be done well. Even if you are spending 2 minutes with your child, it should be a powerful 2 minutes. That at the end of the day, that child will benefit from that meeting.
Also,
yeah, Pastor, thank you very much. I think it's of great importance that we give some time. One of the things I think about is old age.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm afraid of, but I ask myself that the thing we are doing today, they are the bridges or the blocks we are laying for tomorrow. So all that we are saying, that parents are drifting, religious things, our tradition, our homes, we all have to sit back. It doesn't mean that those of us who come to sit here to discuss, we have gotten it 100%.
No.
We're all looking back at the clock and they want to correct where we have to correct and do our best. Pastor Patrick Santa will call me and say that, Solo, Oya Brabo, let's lay blocks very well because there is a tomorrow. I remember one time he said that let's leave legacy, not only what? Inheritance. Yes. So I believe that when we do it well, we'll look back. There are some family when you look back, you are even happy for them.
Yeah.
A man in his 60s, his children are doing well, and God grants them health, they are all fine. It's a peaceful one. So that's what we want to see for our land, Ahanta. Because all that, even though our broadcast is going far and wide, but our focus is Ahanta land.
Yeah. Next week, by the grace of God, we'll be celebrating the Ahanta Heritage Month.
Ahanta Heritage, and we are coming in Grand Star.
Yeah, and we'll move to Studio B.
Yeah.
There you will see the Otunfo Badubonso, the second.
Yes. Yes.
Badubonso, the second. Let me use the word, Ahanta word.
That's why we speak Ahanta.
Yes. So don't worry. After I speak Ahanta, don't worry. We'll try our best.
Yeah.
And then our executive producer will have to tell us the kind of dress code we should be bringing, as long as July is concerned. It's a wonderful month for us in the Ahanta land. We are not playing with it.
Change our studio settings.
Yes, we are not playing with it.
We'll show you the other tourist site in Ahanta. Just to,
if possible, we'll try and then we can shoot one of our videos in one of our enclaves that depicts what Ahanta West has to offer the whole world.
So next week,
you see, the history of Ghana is not complete without Ahanta.
Yeah.
Let's let everybody understand.
Yeah.
The history of this Ghana is not complete without what Ahanta has done.
Yeah.
So thank God for all the
ancient kingdom before the other kingdoms came.
Yes, so thank God for all the heads that are coming together to make this one a reality. And we are in full support. We are praying for our MP and all the lieutenants that are making this one a reality. So we'll say you to the Ahanta Heritage Month. And we want to say we are in.
Yeah, sure.
We are in.
Sure.
We are in.
Sure.
You want more?
You want more?
Yeah, dear lad.
Yes. As of Nathan, so I think you have to greet, cheers to others and shout out to other people.
You see, this issue, the last time I was talking with Rex, and Rex was like, your people, you started again. I say, yeah. All right, so first of all, cheers to myself.
Yeah.
Yes. Yourself first. When you do that, your producer is angry with you. The way he's looking at you. He will delete all your pictures.
I know what he's capable of doing. So, cheers to myself. Cheers to anybody who chances on this video. And what I would say is that, I'll also say cheers to our district pastor. Yeah, Pastor Emmanuel Kujo. Cheers to him and cheers to everyone. I love everybody.
Yeah. You said everyone. I love everybody. Okay, so also for Solomon.
Since we are all cheering, somebody has cheered to me, so let me also cheer to myself. So it's amazing. Yeah, cheers to myself, cheers to my family, and then congratulations to myself too.
Yeah.
And the gift of life that God has given.
In fact, I forgot
my baby girl. Sunday was I christened her, and so I want to say a very good evening to my precious wife and then the kids that God has blessed me with, especially the newly introduced one.
Yeah,
we welcome her into the scene, and
sure.
We pray that God will grant her a very long life, beautiful life, and a God-fearing future, so that she can come and do what God has ordained her to come and do. Yeah, special greetings to Brother Ben Atando and his wife, Mrs. Dorcas. We appreciate you. And we ask that the Lord will be with you. And to everybody, Sister Gladys Peters, a very constant follower. Want to appreciate you so much. God bless you. And then, Pastor Richard, we missed you in studio. So please, don't let your wife be holding your leg. Come and join us so that we can help Brother Nathan. And finally to our pastor, Pastor Patrick Brew and his family over there in Nasamankes. We say shalom. God bless everybody.
All right. So say shalom. God bless everybody. So on this note, we want to draw the curtains to a close. But let me also thank the management of this studio, especially the executive producer, KB Kojo, the only Pele in Ahanta, and we are ready to embrace Pele. So special greetings to you then. My boss man, Cosmos Abekansa, then all the management, including myself, the executive technical director. So including myself. Then a big shout out to my wife and to my daughter, Yemabu. Yeah. You can imagine a hunter man giving a name and every name. It only takes the grace of God. So Yemabu, it means I never expect that God will make me great like this. So since we are entering into the Ahanta Heritage Month, also Nathan will pray for us in Ahanta. So let's pray.
If he makes one mistake,
we'll
tell the producer to help him.
Apple. Okay. Me won ba. Tumu franya me yele wase nenu mai. Ka awaye aniyaga. WME di ejuma. Yele wase awon zibama ava mai ehre yazo ma enaso ya yenne. Empai bola ke me ya ye mo tin mo aninu a ankero keke yeko yezuweni yele ho but yewde yekwa yesunzuke akohwaye na akohura yezo lebra na mo uzuzuma wanza edinde hire am ebe boake ya ha memze yepe yele wase bieko o yesu dumanu nti amen.
Yelke
But I've tried now.
Yeah, you are done with that. Amen in Ahanta is
Iyelke.
Uh-huh.
I've forgotten.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So next week, because next week, no, next week is first Sunday, so we will not come.
Yeah.
Yes, so next week we are not coming. But promising you, July there, this July.
3 Sundays
remaining. We are here with you. Yeah. And that is where we mix the Ahanta language with any other language, because that month will be Ahanta Heritage Month. So God bless you for staying and sticking with us. Bye bye.